Hey guys, Zyke here, and welcome back to another episode of K Factory with me. Hello. And I've done a couple things between episodes. So I said last episode, if I remember correctly, that I would do some stuff with some chickens because we were overall setting up things for help. Okay. I got stuck. We were overall setting up things for the Gaia fight, and I needed some chickens, and I got a few. I had two bait, I was breeding them, and I just kept breeding them. I also have an ungodly amount of eggs, because they just keep spawning them. And every time I run by here, I just get, like, usually a stack of 16 or so. I don't need these eggs, but I have a lot of them. But yeah, so we got the feathers that we needed for the air runes in order for us to continue on with the Gaia stuff, because we were making the Julia flower, which I know is not in here, but let me explain. I already have it set up. But we needed that, and then we have a couple other things. I have a Tainted Blood Pendant of Resistance 2. I also have Thorn Chakrams. I did make something that's called a Flask of Shielding. So, kind of similar to how we made the Blood Pendant, you can make potions using the brewing thing. What are you called? Botanical Brewery. And I went ahead and made one for Absorption 4. Which all it does is it takes a golden apple, nether wart, and potato, and I use it using an elf glass flask, because this will actually give us 6 uses out of it, where the normal flask gives 3. And this isn't hard, all it is you take elf glass, and to get elf glass, it just takes mana glass through the elven trade, and then the mana glass is just glass in a mana pool. So, super simple, we have all of this stuff. I also have expanded well, actually, first of all, I've made a little mana lens up here. It says it's potency. It wasn't. There was a lot more added to that. There were 2. Anyway, but that was supposed to kind of help with filling of that. It was just kind of thing. But I did take away the white flowers that I had over here because I didn't need them anymore, and I put down some more endo flames, so this is going. It actually should be close to being empty on both hands, yeah. But I've been having this going a little bit. So this is getting filled up. I have stolen some mana here, which is why there's less, but, yeah, these are getting full. And this is empty now, but that's okay. So I've been trying to get a lot more mana just going passively. There are better mana generations. I've actually been looking at one for... Ooh, what's the name of it? That's not what I wanted to hold. It is called a... where is it? Narslimus. And what it does is it takes slime chunks, and when slime spawn, takes that and makes it into mana. And y'all could tell me what I'm doing wrong. And I could be doing several things wrong. But I looked up, and y'all can call this cheating, because it technically is, but I did it anyway. I looked up a way to find slime chunks by just giving them the seed, which I don't know if it actually changes anything, because this is a different type of world. It's not like an overworld, but it told me that this particular chunk here was a slime chunk, and no slimes have spawned. And it did tell me that I could use redstone lamps and that they would still spawn, but I have a feeling I was lied to. Or this is not a slime chunk, and it's just because that's not how this works in this world. But no slimes have spawned, but I also don't want it to be super dark, because since I don't have literally everything else lit up, I don't want to come down here and be bombarded with creepers, because I know that's what's gonna happen. But I was trying that out, but I've yet to ever see a slime spawn. I don't know if it's because I'm too far away, because you can't be too close, but you also can't be too far away for these things to spawn. And this is at level 35. And the reason why it's so deep is because according to the thing I was reading, it said that they only spawn in level 39 and below. So I went to 35, because that's a nice number. But my normal world, if we go up here, is at 110. So it's kind of far away. I don't think it's too far for things to spawn, but obviously things are not spawning, and it could possibly, and most likely has to do with the light level, so I don't know. Really don't know what to do with that one quite yet, but that is okay. So I've done that. I have cows upstairs because I wanted them for leather, and then I reminded myself that I could make books without leather. So I just now have 2 cows, just kind of hanging out. But that's okay. What else did I do? Ooh, I will show you the setup, but I also was enchanting, because I have the armor, the Elementium armor, And I know technically Terra Steel's better, but this makes fairies, and that's cute. So I went ahead and enchanted these, and I did figure out how to combine books to make better books. So all of these have protection 4 on them, and I don't know why the armor stand does that where it thinks it's still holding stuff. But either way, I have all of these. They all have at least protection 4 on it. This has a lot more stuff on it, but that's because I got a really good book. But I don't even need feather falling. I don't have fall damage. But either way, they all have protection 4 at least. Now, I know armor-wise, so if we look at what's in my, the armor that I'm wearing now, the little armor thing is 1.5 armor things short of being full. And if I change this out with this, it is now 2.5. So it is a little worse in that aspect. But these also don't really have that good of enchantments when it comes to protection. In fact, 3 of them are projectile protection, which I don't think Gaia does at all. So I think this will be a little bit more helpful because I have the protection. But we're going to go ahead and go over here, and I'm going to grab a couple things, and then I'm going to explain what we're doing. I don't need those. I made more falling grenades than I think I need because I may have tried to find out how to do this correctly, and I realized I made more than I needed. But I have this set up, and this should work. I have a mana pool on each side. I could have done one on all 4 sides, but I didn't want to. I didn't feel like it was necessary. But I have a mana pool on each side, and I'm going to put these mana tablets in there in a second. And then I have the Julia flower, and then the falling grenade, which we've talked about what these do before. One of them gives... this one gives regeneration. This one gives... when monsters spawn, it helps protect you of them. Not from Gaia themselves, but when they get to that stage. Because we are unfortunately underground, so it's not like those mobs are going to die from sunlight like normally I would do that. But I have one on each side because sometimes you have to move, unfortunately. You can try to stay in one spot, but it doesn't always work. So if I at least have one on each side, I can hop back and forth with that. But this should work. I'm hoping it'll work. And if it doesn't, I'm going to be very upset. Because it's always a hit or a miss. I've always struggled with this particular fight. But the funny thing is usually when I'm looking up, like, trying to research about how to do this fight, what's the best way or whatever, it is a hit or a miss if it's people saying this is a really difficult fight, it's harder than anything they've ever done, which is what I agree with, and then people going, this is such an easy fight, what's the problem? And it's just like, I don't know what the problem is, I'm just not good at it. But hopefully we can get this done in the first try, because this is a pretty... I don't want to say it's a long fight, but it can be if you're not good at it, and I am not. So these should be connected to this. And I can't see their ranges for some reason. I'm wondering if it's because I don't have, like, I don't remember if there's, like, goggles or whatever with Britannia. But these are going to be automatically eating that. So I'm going to put these over here. I'm going to trade out my armor, because I believe these are supposed to spawn fairies. 10% chance for pixies to apply potion effects. That's not what I asked for, but that's okay. So that should help. If I can't do it with this armor, though, I will go back to my normal armor, but this is also very close to breaking, so that's probably not a good idea. But I also have the resistance, and I will also put on, I have a band of mana, so it should eat it. Yeah, so I have resistance because it's going to be using up the mana that's in this ring. I have Thorn Chakram, so I'm going to put all of my other stuff away because I don't need it in my hotbar. Ooh, I'm going to grab more food, though, just really quick. As I meant to go to the kitchen upstairs. There we go. I swear I can open a door. Let's see. I want stuff with absorption, or saturation, not absorption. Apple juice, baked vegetable melody. We'll do that one. I'll just grab a stack of that, please. Okay, I'll put this in. Do you see how many eggs I have? I have too many eggs. I don't need all of these eggs, but I have them. And the flask of shielding. And that should be all that I need. So, hopefully this will go well. I can hope. But this should give me absorption for 1:30, and hopefully I really shouldn't have to drink it more than 2 or 3 times. This, just in case. I got my Thorn Chakram, I got my sword. Alright. I'm going to drink this. Ooh, nope. I didn't realize it would do it Alright, that's... As hard as you try, the beacon will not accept. Why? Oh, goodness. Hang on. I got it. I guess I was one out. Yeah, let me move the... This one should... I guess it's not. I'll move it back one. I guess I miscounted. My bad. The flowers should be fine. I've never had issues with the flowers. Yeah, everything else is fine. It's you. Where's my pickaxe? I moved everything. Alright, move you back. And then... do that. Okay. And these should still be fine. Where they're at. Okay. Okay. And then we'll see if it works this time. And I hope to God it does. Oh, darn it. I swear I can Minecraft. I'm gonna let that go first before I'd even try this again. I don't think I have to move that one back. Or did I? I did move it back. No, I didn't move it back because I was doing this. I'm gonna move it back anyway, just in case. Come on. There we go. So this should be done over here. Yeah. And then this one is almost done. I cannot believe we are halfway into this episode and I haven't even started the fight yet because I can't. I'm not competent. Oh, that wasn't done. I hope it's not the wall. I hope it was just because of that mana pool and not even this one. There we go. Alright. And try again. Oh, there we go. I forgot how loud this was. Okay. Okay, we could do this. I have regeneration. Woo! Okay. Try to stay out of the purple thing. Ow. Ow. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Just eat real quick. It's fine. Come on. You could do it. Come on. Come on. I'm already getting much faster than I have before. Okay, come on. You can do it. You're almost there. Almost at the next level. Stay out of the purple. Woo! Back up, back up, back up, back up, back up, back up. Come on. Woo! She's at the next stage. She's at the next stage. That's wonderful. Okay, this is already much better than I've had in the past. Okay. I don't even need to use my sword. This is wonderful. Look at my... I got a berry. Look at them go. Okay. Get this. Get the skeletons. Get the skeletons. I need more of these chakrams. I think is what they're called. Woo! But they can't even get near me. This is wonderful. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna do something I don't usually do in the middle of a boss fight. Just eat. Awesome. Here she goes. Come on. Almost. 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 Come on. Yes! We did it! First try! Oh, we get 8! I'm gonna turn this thing on. Ah! We did it! I'm so proud of us! Okay, real quick, because I don't want to waste mana. I'm gonna take this back. not to suddenly jump from that, but that we did it! Guys, we did it! I have never defeated Gaia on my first try. Straight up. It's never happened. Oh, I have my magnet on. Oh, we did it! It's all because of these thorn charcoms. I didn't even have to use... My armor is not even hurt. I got a shaders bag from Immersive Engineering. Give. Cool. Ha! We only used... I actually only legitimately used the Flask of Shielding once. I just didn't realize that it wouldn't drink like normal. It's just really fast. Okay, cool. Okay. That's so cool! So let me quickly get my inventory back together. Okay, so we got 8 Gaia spirits from that, and was there a quest? There was a quest. Yes, and that gives us a Ring of Odin, which will give us a more... Yes! Lost time memory. Be rewarded with the Ring of Odin for a heroic feat. Yes! I am heroic. I'm gonna pick these up. Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Alright, I'm also gonna take this off because I don't wanna waste things. Okay. Let's go to back into our house. The greenhouse. There we go, that's the words. Alright, Ring of Odin, so it gives 20 max health, so actually I might go ahead and wear that, because there is no reason to not do that, because I make enough mana where I can justify keeping that. Okay, cool. I'm gonna put that in there, I'm gonna put this in here, that. Alright, the rest of this can go with me back to my house. Awesome! Alright, I'm actually gonna take this off, put that on. Yes! Okay, so we got our Gaia spirits, and that actually technically completes the whole chapter, part of the chapter for Botania. So technically we are done with Botania. Now, we can go back. I could technically check off the automate mana production because I have to a certain degree, but I know technically I also have not in any way that is good. And then we also have automate the rune production, which we have not even began to look at, so I don't even know how to do that. But that's so cool. So we have the Gaia spirits now, and if I remember correctly, we can use these to make Gaia spirit ingots. But that's not... Well, that is actually the important thing. There's a bunch of different things. You can make a tiara, which will help us fly. I actually don't remember if this is even... if it gives vanilla flight or not. But that actually I might be looking into, because that would be cool. But I got 8 ones. But I actually, off camera, I was talking to my brother about some of the more challenging quests of this mod pack. Because, how do I say this? Generally with mod packs I've noticed that have challenge chapters. It is a challenge. I'm not saying it's not. It is definitely a challenge. The problem that I usually struggle with is by the time you get to the point where you can do this stuff to get these OP items, you don't need them anymore. Because in order to get to that point, you've already created some sort of system that is good enough to be able to do that. So, what I was referring to at the time, I actually might just go ahead and keep that in my inventory, was the challenge to create a creative capacitor. I know I am completely jumping away from magic. I'm going straight back into generation, but that's just because this is what I was looking at. But I honestly was looking at the guilty pool for mana, because once I do this, I'm like, technically is a forever mana rate of mana. And this is interesting because it actually doesn't look that difficult to do. The difficult part would actually just be filling all of these mana tablets. But all it is 9 Gaia Spirit Ingots, and each of those only require 4. So I would only have to defeat Gaia, since I got 8 in the ones, I would only have to defeat her 1, 2, 3, 4 more times. And since that was so easy, that's something I can do. And we can get these different runes and stuff, which these are generally, you're just combining different runes, so you just have to make a lot, and that would be good for the rune automation. So if we do that, we can automatically just jump right into this. But I was also looking at the creative capacitor, and because that's the other quest that's open. And I was looking at this because I was explaining to my brother at the time, like, oh, I was like, this is so difficult because there's always so much to do. I was like, the HV capacitor is not hard to make, which y'all know. It's just simple. I can make so many of these. But the hard part would be the ultimate catalyst. And I'm like, look at how it is to make an ultimate catalyst. And all of these HV capacitors have to be full, by the way. But you know what? I don't really use a lot of the energy myself outside of my ME system is what I'm going to call it. So I don't really use a lot of power outside of that. A lot of the power I have actually is just used to power the generator to make the power, if that makes any sort of sense. So I could just have this passively go. But you need ultimate components. And I was like, oh, it's easy to get the luminescence. It's just a bunch of glowstone and redstone and stuff. Black iron slate is just black dye and iron ingots. I can get black dye. Hard part's the ultimate ingot. But then I was really looking at it and I'm like, this is not hard. It seems hard because there's layers of crafting recipes. You also need the ultimate crafting, which I haven't actually looked to see if I can craft that at this time. But I was like, this part's not actually that hard. The hard part would be some of this requires, let me see, blazing blood. It has to have the hot enough for blazing blood. This is the hard part, is because you need blaze heads to do it, or just to kill up straight up blazes. But I actually have realized I can pick up blaze spawners with my arms. Like, we've been moving around our zombie spawner. So I can just bring a blaze spawner to the overworld, and I can create a room that's just a smelter to have them infinitely spawn in there and get so much blaze blood. So this is actually not that bad, considering. Now, I will need to look at what it takes to craft the ultimate ingots, because I didn't think about that. Elite crafting, advanced crafting, basic crafting, none of this is really that bad. Okay. That's just gold. That's just diamond. That's just emerald. And then we're back to here. Okay. So, I was thinking, that I would try to actually start doing some of these challenge quests, because if we actually get them done, these particular two, done early on, I think that's going to make a lot of things in the future much easier. Because I know I was just saying that usually when you get to this point, you don't need them anymore, but I was wrong. If we can get focus on that for a little bit. Because I know we have a bunch of other chapters. We still have to do food automation. We still have to do a lot. We still have to do, like, all of blood magic. Like, I have a tier 3 altar, but I've not done anything with it other than kill zombies over and over. We have exploration. We still have a whole tech chapter. We've still got quite a bit to do. But if I can do all of that, like, the automatic power will automatically get me my arc furnace to full speed. So, technically, if I complete that quest, I complete 2 quests. So I'm really excited to do that. But I'm just happy we defeated Gaia, because that was actually step number 1 in order to get the infinite mana pool, because I guess technically that is automated mana. If you have an infinite pool, you have automated mana production forever. Technically. I guess it's a little bit of cheating, but it's just like, technically it's what it is. I don't know. Y'all can tell me. But yeah, I have ran out of things to talk about. I think in between episodes, what I'm going to do is actually just kind of, like I said with the blaze spawner one, I'm going to just set that up real quick. I'm not exactly sure where. I do want to do a lot more of terraforming as well. So that area that we did for the Gaia fight, I'm thinking I'm not sure if left or right is where I'm going to expand, but also, the sheep, I have Hank, I don't know where the other one went, and I have a feeling he died, but I'm not sure how. I can't find him. I've looked everywhere, unless the polar bear ate him, because I don't know, but that's Hank. Anyway, if I can keep my brain on track, I'm gonna do more terraforming. Where? Not sure. It's gonna be either over here, over there, maybe both, or maybe over there. Who knows? I have some ideas. But we defeated Gaia. That's all I'm happy about, because that was actually a really easy fight, and I think I'm going to do that a couple more times off camera, just so I can get a lot more of the ingots, the spirits, because we're going to need quite a few of those. So, yeah. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any tips, tricks, or anything like that, please put it down in the comments below. I always greatly appreciate it, and whether you even don't have any tips or tricks, please comment. I love reading them so much. I'm going to stop talking now. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye!